effect on going up in the tower. And I was there a full 6 months before I found that out. Again, another view from the Lincoln Memorial of the Washington Monument. And this is the Eisenhower building that sits next to the White House. So it's also known kind of as the Vice President's quarters, or it's actually not the Vice President House, which there is a Vice President House in the district. But this is really where all of the security and commanding stuff for all the different armed forces goes on. And this is where a lot of our strategic defense programs are, and it's right next to the White House, and is connected by many passages underground. It's a classic Goth design, and a lot of people didn't like it when it first came out, this building, but I love it. I love this building. And I got to see it when it was over the 4th of July, so it was decked out in the flag. And this is the newest memorial currently in D.C., although the Martin Luther King Memorial is currently being built, and I happened to be there for the groundbreaking of that. That was pretty exciting. But this is the most recently finished war memorial, the World War II Memorial. It's amazing. It has a bunch of fountains, and each state is represented with a column. And when I was turning around, I met this girl. Her name is Unju, and she's from China. She was an exchange student, and she and I have become friends ever since. And you get to see all sorts of things in DC. And I was born and raised in Hawaii, so it was interesting to see this statue of King Kamehameha inside the Capitol building. That was something that was kind of a surprise for me. Let's see, and here's a picture of me at the Washington Memorial, or the Lincoln Memorial and Washington Monument. Me at the Capitol building. This is the Korean War Memorial. Very eerie and kind of odd and quite ironic on this day. I don't know if you can see over there the lady in the umbrella walking on the side. So these Korean vets have ponchos on, and this day it happened to be raining, so you can actually see the raindrops spattering over their rain ponchos. That was kind of eerie. This is the Vietnam War Memorial, and I went there many times and saw different people tracing over the names with a pencil and paper. And I often saw vets there crying. Very sombering, this memorial, but very beautiful. And this is the other part of the Vietnam Memorial that's right by the Great Wall. This is me at Monticello, which is the home of Thomas Jefferson. I fell in love with all things Thomas Jefferson, so I had to go to his place, and he has beautiful gardens, and they told me go in the fall. If you go down to Monticello, make sure you go in the fall, because the Blue Mountains and all the surrounding areas are just popped out with all the colors. And Virginia really is one of the most beautiful states I've been to. Let's see, this is me in front of the Smithsonian, the original Smithsonian Castle. And speaking of castle-like structures, this is the National Cathedral, which took 90 years to build and is now completed. And it has gargoyles all over the outside, and there are many events that go on every year, such as the Ford funeral service, which I was there for. This is inside the cathedral, and even if you're not a religious person, I have to say, no matter what denomination you are, this is a wow. You go inside there, and it is a wow. It's just like, it's built after the old European cathedrals, and it is truly amazing. And it's funny, this is Episcopalian. Actually, the cathedral is Episcopal. However, they profess open arms to all denominations. And case in point, one of the big Jewish synagogues burned down, and they hosted that Jewish assembly for 2 years in one of their smaller chapels. This is the Great Space Window, and it's hard to see from here, but inside of the red circle is an actual meteorite. And that's one of the many amazing windows in the National Cathedral. This is the Iwo Jima